channel, SteveO the Window Cleaner. Today we are going to be talking about a new tool from Ettore, and that is the new Ettore Backflip. Couple changes they've made to the Ettore Backflip is basically they've made it longer. So the handle is longer now. And then also, I don't have one of these poles, but they've made it so that you can do the quick released pole tip that they have on the Ettore pole, so you can lock in this now. So that's kind of super nice, give you a little bit of control. And also a really good feature is now the inside of this is different than the old one, right? As far as it won't be able to move on your pole as easy. You can see that right there. So really nice new handle. I always love the Ettore Backflip. It's one of my favorite tools, especially when I was a beginner. It's kind of like the beginner squeegee as far as a combination tool. And a combination tools have become, I think, really big, especially in the last few years. They save a lot of time. And I think the Ettore Backflip is also a great squeegee just for anybody and everybody who wants to clean windows, even if it's just clean windows at their own home. You know, you can split the tool apart, have two tools, put it like this and put it on a pole. It makes it super, super easy. So it's definitely one of my favorite tools. So today we are going to check this tool out as we do some commercial work in Boulder. We've got quite a few commercial jobs to do, some water-fed pole work. So come join us and we'll do some window cleaning and show you some tips on the new Ettore Backflip. Something else about the Ettore Backflip and how they come is that your channel here will always be 2 inches longer than the mop. But once the mop kind of fills in, it kind of takes up that space. So that's what I do like about Ettore, is that they take into consideration, you know, that this should just be a little bit larger than the mop. So here we're at a job where it's kind of perfect for a backflip here on commercial stuff. I really like backflips for homes. I think for homes is like one of the perfect tools, because you got your washer, you got your squeegee, you got a pole tool, you kind of got everything you need here. But the real nice thing is in places like this, you just mop it. I mean, the only thing with this is it's gonna be hard to fan anything, so it's mostly just straight pulls with it. I would usually use an 18-inch here as far as the mop and the squeegee channel, but for the sake of the video, we're just using the new Ettore Backflip. And once you have that, make sure to always towel your tops. Okay. And then the nice thing is, sometimes I find that like doing it like this can be a little too heavy and get strenuous over time. So when I'm doing groundwork with it, I just break it apart. Not break it apart, just put it into two tools and use it like this, just a little less strenuous on the body. I find that doing it like this, it's kind of weird. It works, but it's just kind of tight to the glass, and then closing out here you'll see it's pretty hard.
So I just always suggest either having it here or separate. Another way you can use it too is just like that, if it's just too heavy for you and you don't like having both of them on there, and if your channel might bash into something, just use it by itself, thumb off, and the channel separately, and it works pretty well. And then it's a little bit lighter too for you. Oh, just a little bit. And then when you're done with those, you just have this already separated. I like them together a little bit more as far as on the pole and separate. It just seems like bringing it down and switching the tool is not really what it's meant for. But if it's a way that you find it's better for you, then that's all that matters. Well, we are done with our morning stuff, and now we're gonna go do some water fed pole work. If you are ever in Boulder and you want a really good sandwich, check out Cured. It's on Pearl Street, somewhere around like 17th or 18th Street. Man, they have the best sandwiches. They're a little expensive, but they're really, really good. What do you have? Show the camera. Yummy prosciutto with greens and all this good stuff. And mine's like prosciutto with brie. Really, really good place. But all right, we'll get on the next job and grab a monster real quick in between because we're dying a little bit. So if you've watched my channel for a long time, you've probably seen me clean this. There's another side to that, and it's all water fed pole work. But it's kind of funny, I've been having issues with this job because I've been trying to figure out a really good gooseneck for that up there, and so I have this configuration going on, but I forgot my brush where I just have the piece where this attaches to that, so I'm having to use the swivel. Now you'll find when you do water fed pole work this high and have something like this, you'll get a lot of bend no matter like what it is, and I don't really like the swivel at a high height like this, but it is kind of nice. And then I also like to have some sort of, nylon bristles at this height, not at horsehair, so that I can glide along the glass really nice. So this is our second to last job of the day. And here's the great Albert Einstein. It's pretty cool. Pretty crazy and different. But this is an interesting job, but this is a job where you kind of need a swivel tool. That's the one thing I wish Ettore would do with some sort of combination tool, is make it to have the ability to swivel, like the Moorman accelerator, the Wagtail High Flyer, stuff like that, and that would really bring it up a notch. at this job, we actually do windows in the parking lot of this place. Pretty interesting. There's Alex Clean Windows. Yeah, Alex gets so nervous. She's gotten to be such a good window cleaner. Perfecto. Well, the day is always changing. We have one house to do at the end of today, but then we're off tomorrow and Sunday. So we got one house here down in Boulder to get done, outside only. Takes us about 30 minutes. And then that's a wrap on the day. Another cool thing about the backflip that I think is really cool, that's really different than like other T-bars, is that, I explained this in the video I did on the Ettore backflip for window cleaning resource. Let me just kind of get this mop drained out here. Is that the T-bar is flat, unlike any other T-bar, which is first like a circle. It gives you more surface area when you put the mop on the glass to get more surface area done. Now, how much time is that going to save you? I don't know, but I think it's really nice for homes and just getting a larger surface area of scrubbing on the glass at one time. But we'll clean this home and then we'll be done. So here's a nice thing about having a backflip. Usually I walk these eaves, but I'm getting pretty fat. So now I just pull them all in one trip up there. Just like that. And then of course detail your top. Ooh. Fix that for them. We're not even gutter cleaners, now just cleaner gutter. Nice thing is too, this mop holds a lot of water, so you can do quite a bit of windows at a house with it. So it's a really good mop too. Ettore, I love Ettore mops. They're my favorite. My all-time favorite is the Ettore Pro Plus. And then I do like the, what is it, the porcupine one? Porcupine, Ettore porcupine. That's a good one. These screens are always kind of a hassle. I also suggest, you know, I have the 16, but I always suggest having like a smaller squeegee on, like a 12 or a 10 at a home. You know, I used to be really into like a certain size squeegee for a certain size window. I would use 18 on windows like this all the time, and now I kind of use a 12 a lot for homes. Put that screen back in. All these screens at this home are super tiny. See, I wonder about when people think we're probably trying to break in their house. One window over here, that's the window that we pulled. I love homes that we clean all the time because you don't have to steal wool or anything extra. It's just like super quick. Well, the house is done. We're all done with our day. I want to say thank you to Christopher at Ettore for sending me the new Ettore backflip. Thank you very much for that. If you guys are interested in the Ettore backflip, I will put a link to it so you guys can go purchase it. I'm not sure how soon all the suppliers are going to have the new one with the locking for the quick release of the Ettore poles, but still the old model is super great as well if that's what you get. But I'll put a link to where you can find those at, and if you have any questions, comment below. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.